Hey,
All right.
everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Experience Podcast. It's been a while since I've said that, or at least it feels like a while because of this coronavirus thing that I keep hearing about in the news. Um,
And the recording schedule
and
gets a little
and yeah,
mixed up.
yes. So it's been a while. What? How long has it been? Like a month, maybe? Feels
Since
like it's
you
been
were on,
longer. Yeah.
let's see. I'll pull up this.
Time is kind of what is the word? Dilated and like stretched and warped, and I have no idea. I forgot today was Thursday. So I honestly, when I saw a little notification that Daniel Silverstein is calling me, my computer was like, "Wait, what? Oh, it's that
April
Thursday at 3."
28th was the last one yours came out on.
That was just 2 weeks ago. It feels like a month.
That
So
was when it
it's
came out. The last time
oh,
we
okay,
talked.
okay.
But in between
So
episodes, it'll have been 5 weeks.
yeah. So okay, I guess it has been a month. Never mind. I
That's
guess screw this. My theory about the time dilating and me forgetting what day it was. I guess I've been pretty accurate.
All right, we'll go to the theme song.
Oh, right now.
Hey guys, it's the Experience Podcast with me and someone's chili.
And someone's chili. Yes, so I got chili. It's kind of waiting to be just simmered down at this point. So yeah, my parents have actually left. They went on vacation, so it's just me and my brother here, and we're taking care of the dogs. So I guess this is a pretty funny story. So
Where did they go?
Where did they go? Florida. Yeah.
Also, I still hear your fan, Tanner.
You do?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't hear anything.
Well, because it's
Sounds good.
your fan.
It's not my fan, dude. My fan's running.
Okay, well, something's going on.
Something's going on. Okay. So yeah, so the dogs, we're taking care of the dogs. They usually sleep with my parents, but they used to, back in high school, sleep with me. But yeah, so they were on my bed, and I woke up, and someone peed the bed last night, and I'm like
Was it Stefan?
33% sure it wasn't me. No, it was my bed. My bed smelled
it
like
you?
urine when I woke up.
Only 33%?
I'm 33% sure it was not me. So, wait, no, I'm 66% sure it wasn't me. It had to be one of my two other dogs. So yeah, so they're peeing my bed, and I'm thinking it's my dog Tipper, my old one, because she, I guess she was down in that part of the bed. It was down by my feet. So yeah, once again, more evidence that it couldn't have been me. But we took her out. I guess my parents usually take her out a little bit earlier in the morning, so that might have been a reason. But what else happened? So then we tried putting we have dog diapers because she's done this before. Not that she's like not potty trained. It's like she's old.
How old
and
is she?
Just pees a lot. She's like 14.
Okay, so at
her
that
like
point,
liver or bladder's probably failing or something like that.
there's like a curve, right? So
Curve of what?
when they're really young and really old,
Between when they pee a lot.
yeah, when they have bladder problems.
Yeah. So she's definitely, I don't know, bladder failure or Cushing syndrome. I have no idea. Some dog disease. Maybe worth looking into. But so yeah, we put a diaper on her, and as soon as we do that, she starts running, and she's an old dog. She starts running down the stairs, which kind of freaks me out, and she runs to her bed, and she's kind of in this hunched up position, like she's holding in a shit. And turns out she was. So I didn't have time to put on a leash or shoes, so I run her outside just by her collar and take off her diaper, and she just starts pooping everywhere. She just had diarrhea, and this was weird because my brother took him for a walk earlier that morning, so he already got poops out of him. But then they went again. So
Stefan or your dog?
Stefan took him out, and he's like, yeah, they pooped before, so I don't know why Tipper's all like poopy. It wasn't like diarrhea or anything. She just had like a lot of poop, and then she did it again. She did it like where she lurched her back. Like this wasn't another hour later after that first. She arched her back, kind of like she was holding in a shit. And so I rushed her outside again, and she's like, no, I'm fine. I just gotta pee. So she's like, I don't know. I think she was just freaking out with a doggy diaper. So we have one on her now. And yeah, that was a little bit of a stressful morning for us because they just peed my bed, and then she like freaked out and wanted to go poop. Yeah, so that's my update. Just one of my many updates. How about you, Daniel?
No, keep going.
Okay,
Got
okay.
more
What
updates?
else happened? Um, Annabelle cut my hair. I know the audience members can't see it. Um, Told her to make me look like David Beckham.
Can I see? Yeah, you can take your headphones off first
Yeah.
for a second. So I'll describe it here.
It's been a
Uh,
while. It's been a while.
looks like she
So
tried to do a little bit of a fade on the
well,
left,
I
on the
haven't
right
showered
side.
today. So
She left a lot on top.
yeah, there's a lot on top, and there's kind of a fade.
Yeah, it looks like she tried and then she didn't realize how to do it and she just kind of gave up halfway.
Okay, it was better than going
But
to
it
a
looks
barber
fine.
shop, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks good.
Um, so that happened. Um, and I went sailing with her family. Talk about social distancing. They invited me over to go like sailing. They have a boat. So yeah, I went sailing last weekend, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Both her and her brother know how to sail, and her brother would get it really close to tipping. Like he'd fill up the sail with a lot of wind, and it would kind of push the boat over a little bit. But you go really fast, and it would freak out Annabelle's mom. And
Hmm.
yeah, it was pretty funny. So yeah, that's the only
Cool
fun
stuff.
thing that's happened in quite a while for me at least. Yeah.
I mean, I've just been sitting around, so I don't really have any fun things to describe.
What have you've been doing some job stuff though? How's that going?
Well, Tanner, if you listen to the podcast, I talked about it the last couple of weeks.
What'd you say?
Of course, at the time of this is recording, that those haven't been released yet. But
Okay. So I couldn't have heard them, is what you're saying.
no, yeah, it's just you got the joke. Anyway,
I did get the joke. So
I'll be
yeah,
starting at some point in the summer. Well, I know when, but it's
June 1st.
no July 7th. But I gotta do some other stuff in June. Like I have to go up there and do some like medical
Orientation type
tests.
stuff. Medical
Well,
test
yeah,
for
yeah,
like drug
background
testing.
check, stuff like that.
They're gonna drug test you.
Yeah,
UPS hasn't done that yet. I'm
Ups
wondering.
didn't do that.
No, I'm wondering why. Like it feels like I mean, I guess I understand why they don't want to force you to go out and about.
I guess also it's just an internship and it's online too. So
Well, it's online for now. They said they might bring it back. Like my mom started going to the office. She also works at UPS. For the listeners that don't know, and so they're kind of rolling in and bringing people back like 20% at a time, just based off who wants to. Da, da, da. So yeah, my mom started going to the office last week actually, like last
doesn't
Wednesday.
she do kind of a role that she could do from home?
Yeah, yes, but she just got super stressed out at home. Like she was like, "This isn't the
Because of
best
you.
working environment." And
That's why
she
she
couldn't
went away
sleep.
to Florida.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, well, they were super stressed out. Like she wasn't sleeping. I don't know how much I spilled about my own mom's personal life. But yeah,
No,
it was really bad.
that's a
Like,
not that it's common, but a lot of people struggle to work at home in that setting. They need to go to the office. They need the routine.
well, it's just a stressful time at UPS. And for her, they're
And that
implementing
too.
some new system or something like that. So she was just losing tons of sleep, and she was just waking my dad up in the middle of the night, like, cause she crying. Cause she was just so frustrated at one point she couldn't sleep. Um, and so we moved a mattress. She's like tried several mattresses, and then eventually what we did is we actually moved a new mattress into a different bedroom, like one of the empty ones that's kind of just the man cave room, and she just slept on that little mattress on the floor because she was just tired of waking up my dad
Do you
crying.
think she's overworked? Do you think they need to hire more people or transfer some of the
uh,
responsibilities?
she just says it's a stressful time at work right now. She's just like, every time I have to do something new pops up, is what she keeps saying. So yeah,
Yeah.
Stefan and I have been helping around trying to make it easier, like cleaning up.
Hopefully the interns can help that with that too.
I'm not interning for her. I'm
I,
interning at a different part of UPS.
yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully this vacation helps her. So yeah, that's what's going on in my parents' life. They're doing pretty well, I guess. Yeah.
How's your dad's psychological state? You doing
He's
okay?
he's doing fine. Yeah, he's fine. It was my mom who's like literally cursing, and it's like a when mama's not happy, no one's happy kind of thing. So
I mean, the silver lining is obviously she still has her job, and
yes,
still,
yes,
you guys are still pretty
still
well
doing.
off right now.
Yeah, yeah. I can't actually complain.
Yeah. You
Um,
still have your internship
I do
and
still
your
have my
good looks, of
internship
course.
and my good looks,
Yeah.
not related. uh,
Well, we can't confirm that.
we
Ainsley
can't.
says, "What platform?" Even though she's
Skype.
recorded with us several times.
Uh,
Yeah.
still have Skype it in a couple
Yeah.
minutes.
I mean, maybe we'll just make this like a mini episode. You know,
Yeah.
little mini one for a week.
So I asked you a question before we started like recording about like I'm gonna go see my friends tomorrow, and Blake just posted that picture on Instagram with hanging out with his friends. What are your thoughts on like hanging out with friends at this point at this point, May 14th, the coronavirus? What do you think about hanging out with people and seeing each other?
Yeah, there's ways to do it safely, obviously. It's
I don't
only
know
three
if
of you.
Maryland's I mean, Georgia. You saw that Georgia's in the news for
Yeah,
like
well,
open up really early and letting the teenage drivers drive without a permit. Like you've seen that kind of
they
memes.
went back on that, didn't
They
they?
did went back on that today, but like so Georgia's been in the news for not really handling it super well, or just kind of not really handling it very maturely. I don't know. So, well, how has Maryland been doing?
Maryland's okay. I think they're lifting the shelter in place tomorrow.
Oh, really?
They're switching it to like a stay safer at home kind of thing, right? Instead of stay at home, it's safer at home.
Safer at home. Mm-hmm.
And they're basically just opening up like small stuff, like restaurants can operate at like 20% capacity. You got to meet all the guidelines, probably
Really?
similar to what Georgia's doing. But
I didn't know that. I didn't think restaurants would be open. I mean, I haven't like
yeah,
open
Georgia.
for sit down. Are they
Yeah,
open for sit
yeah,
down in Georgia?
yeah, but they're at like 20% capacity or something like that.
We haven't even considered.
A lot of restaurants haven't opened, even though
Yeah.
they had the option. So
I think takeout's the smarter option. It's like you get to eat at home, you know. And so we've been doing takeout a bunch because we moved right next to a bunch of restaurants in our new house. So yeah, so we've been getting a bunch of takeout. I've been cooking a lot, especially now my parents are gone. So Stefan and I have made some Indian dishes. Now we're making some chili. I just got to put on the stove. Um, so yeah, we've been eating well and not really exposing ourselves. So I feel that it's okay for me. I guess this is a selfish thought for me to go hang out with my friends because I feel like I've been doing all right. You know,
you've
I
earned
don't
it.
think I've well like as in I don't think I've contracted any COVID. I mean, I haven't been outside, seeing people and exposing myself like
You didn't go to this
riding the
grocery
MARTA.
store or something
I mean, I've been to the grocery store maybe twice, maybe three times this entire like pandemic.
over like 2 months, right?
Over 2 months. So that's pretty good. I mean, so I think I've minimized my exposure to where it's safe enough to meet my friends, but I feel like some people don't do that, um, which makes it problematic for meeting
Because
friends.
you don't know what they've done.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly. You know, I
you don't
mean,
trust them.
I do trust them. I mean, they're smart people, but like they'd have to
Oh,
trust. Ainsley's here. They'd
okay.
have to trust
Hello.
other people and make sure those people, also. So it's like a huge self-reliant chain that can be broken at pretty much any point and ruin the entire thing.
And that's the whole problem with it, right? It just
Exactly,
takes one
exactly.
person.
So,
Ainsley
yeah,
has joined. Is she here?
Ainsley, hello. I guess so.
I muted myself.
Because she
I was
didn't
trying
want
to
to
turn
talk.
my camera on and I muted myself instead.
Well, hello.
Am I here?
Yes.
We were talking about Tanner's parents are really struggling right now.
No, no, wait. I was talking about like the update. What do you think about going
Well,
outside?
Tanner wants to go to a
Meeting
party.
friends?
What do you think, Ainsley?
Not a party, not a party.
A get
It's a get
together?
together.
Yeah, like with two other people outside. Proper distance between people. That kind of thing. I think it's deserved. I think it's fine. What do you think? How is New Jersey doing? How are they handling COVID? Because I'm sure you've seen
I
Georgia.
am still in lockdown. I am not supposed to be leaving my home still, and still will be locked here for the near future. So nothing has changed.
Yeah, I don't envy you, I guess. So, I guess I missed the whole lockdown thing because I was just going to stay at home anyway. Does lockdown mean you can't leave for any reason? Is that the...
So for me, all local businesses are closed. If you want to get food anywhere, you have to get takeout, and you're only supposed to be leaving for like necessities, so grocery shopping, getting food, getting gas, stuff like that. But everything else, you're not supposed to see anyone that's not in your house.
Tanner?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've seen Georgia in the news for the crazy stuff and how we've been handling it. I don't want to say we, because that means I'm from Georgia.
Tanner, how have you contributed?
How have I contributed?
What's
I
your
mean,
political
I haven't been outside.
affiliation?
I haven't. I think I've been pretty safe with my social distancing practices. I mean, we're doing this Skype call over Skype, so we could have done this in person. We could have
Not
all
really.
flown out to a centralized location, probably somewhere in West Virginia. It's just the mean
No.
average.
That's still like 8
Carolina.
hours.
It'd be
Probably
like Southern
North Carolina.
Virginia.
We could have all flown to Charlotte, gone to a hotel, like one of those nice hotels that kind of have like meetings. Are you guys still there? It froze. One of those hotels that have like places where businessmen do business. You know what I'm talking about?
Conferences.
Conferences. Yes, I couldn't think of the word. Yes, so conference rooms.
Businessmen do business.
I couldn't think of conference. Yes, so we could have flown to Charlotte. We could have gotten a conference room in a nice hotel, but instead we're doing it over Skype. So I'd like to think that we're handling it pretty well as the Experience podcast. So I hope you guys at home are also, washing your hands and also not flying to Charlotte to do business with other business people. Yeah.
Ainsley, what do you think of Tanner's hair?
It's
Well, I haven't
interesting look
showered.
going for.
You haven't showered? It's 3:30.
Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on it.
Hey, some people shower at night.
I
wasn't
wasn't
planning
planning on showering at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get dirty. I haven't been outside.
But
Does that make
you
sense?
don't normally just roll around in mud.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So then why do you shower normally?
Because that's when I feel dirty. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't feel
Society's
dirty.
expectations.
I don't feel dirty enough. I haven't like worked out, sweat. I haven't done squat.
Yeah, so you've not worked out in 2 months.
Actually, I have. I haven't worked out, but like a 15-minute workout each day, right when I wake up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, just to like stay healthy. I feel like it's like how astronauts like have to keep physically fit or they'll like atrophy in space. I feel like that's kind of what I'm going through. Like I'm living in the ISS, but it's actually my house. I can't leave because there's no oxygen outside my house. But I have to do a 15-minute workout so my muscles don't atrophy. That's kind of how I feel, and now I'm ready to kind of return home, back to Earth. So I want to talk to my friends and return to normalcy. If that space metaphor is getting through to you guys, let me know. Like if it's not, I'll adjust it. Does that make sense though? Great. Okay.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Or do any of my ramblings like are they actually like coherent? Do they just sound like crazy person?
I was sticking with that metaphor. I liked it.
Thank you. It feels like or that movie where that girl has like a disease. I'm putting disease in quotation marks, and her mom won't let her leave the house because the air is poison. Whatever that movie is.
Is it Everything? I know it's by the same author. That might not be the right book, though.
Everything is a 2017 film. Let's see. It looks like it, yeah. Is this like a? It was a teen drama. Interesting. 45 on Rotten Tomatoes. She just wanted to see her boyfriend. What is the disease and everything? Everything. Oh, it was an actual disease. It's called severe combined immunodeficiency. So she actually had a disease. So I shouldn't have put that in quotation marks. I thought there was like some thriller, or maybe I'm thinking of that movie 21 Clover Street with
That's 21 Clover Street.
No, Cloverfield Lane. Fuck.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
I know it was part of the 10
Yeah.
Cloverfield Lane. I'm thinking of 21 Jump Street. Oops. So yes, I was thinking of 10 Cloverfield Lane with Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman. That one where she could leave at any time, but John Goodman says don't leave. The air's toxic because aliens. Yes.
You were thinking of the sequel, which is a crossover with 21
Yes.
Clover Street.
21 Clover Street. It's a buddy cop. It's a buddy cop film with aliens, I guess. Right? Isn't
So,
this whole
Men in Black.
movie? Okay, hold on. Not those kind of
I think you're
aliens.
mixing up every single movie you've ever seen
Well,
at
is
this
the
point.
10 Cloverfield Lane part of the
Like they're in
Cloverfield
a
franchise
bunker.
with the Cloverfield? The movie Cloverfield. Remember 2008? It's like the
Cloverfield-
found footage
Cloverfield.
monster.
Yeah, Cloverfield is a little different than 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, but they're part of the same maybe anthology, or
Yeah,
how
the
are they
same-
related?
But
And then they made the Netflix one that wasn't that good.
yeah, Cloverfield Paradox.
You watched that?
No.
Really? It sounds like a movie Danny would watch.
Why?
Because it was on Netflix and you were bored. No?
So I just have nothing better to do. So
Yeah, it
So-
seems like a movie you'd watch and be like, okay, that was alright. It seems like a Daniel movie. How are they all related, though? What do you guys think? How are all the... I'm going to look it up, but you guys, based off of your limited Cloverfield knowledge, what is the Cloverfield Cinematic Universe, the CCU? How are they all connected?
Is it bad that I've never seen any of these movies before or heard of
Just
them
take a
before?
guess. Just take a wild guess. And I'm going to read this website, this article on polygot.com to confirm or deny what you
Ainsley,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, all the knowledge I've gotten so far is that in one of the movies, they're in a bunker and they say the air is toxic. And then
Yes.
there's like 3 other movies that I don't know what happens in them
Two
at
other
all.
movies.
2
One
other
is just
movies.
about basically Godzilla, but it's done through like a handheld found footage type lens. Where it's like
Okay.
shaky cam.
The
Oh my
monster.
god, it's Godzilla! It's a big monster takes over like Philadelphia or something. That was the one
And
I
what's the
saw.
third?
Yeah. And then the third one takes place, I think, actually on the ISS or something like that. I just know it takes place in space.
Okay, so then my guess would be Godzilla happens first.
Mhm.
Whole world gets destroyed above there. They hide in the bunker, right?
Uh-huh.
That movie all happens. And at the same time, other people went to space. And I'd say
And
the
they're
space thing probably
seeing the-
happened afterwards.
They're seeing the alien invasion and okay.
Maybe it's just the poor writing, but Ainsley, you nailed most of that.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's-
that's pretty good.
There's a bit of a mystery as to how they connect. That's kind of the point of them. But
Wait,
Wait, do you
bunker and
actually
the
know,
space
Daniel?
tape connect?
so I know how the first two connect, and they basically connect as Ainsley described them. It's like they're in the bunker, and then when they come out, they realize that the Cloverfield monsters have taken over the Earth. Spoilers.
Well, wait, I thought the monsters in the Cloverfield Lane were aliens. Like they weren't that big of aliens, right? And then
I
the
thought
one
they
in,
were supposed to be similar to the. Maybe
I
not.
feel like no, the one in Cloverfield, that one's a giant one. It's like Godzilla.
Yeah, but they. I don't
I
remember
think it
how
was like
big
their
they.
pet Godzilla. You think it was the aliens?
It could have
pet
been
Godzilla?
this. Yeah,
It
I
was
thought
like,
the
we're gonna
point
take
was-
over Earth and we're gonna send down our war dog, Godzilla.
I don't know.
And that's the Cloverfield, and then 10 Cloverfield Lane. Well, here's how they actually tie in, according to Polygon article. Well, most movie franchises over the last several years have leaned into the idea of creating a shared universe and carefully plotted sequels. Cloverfield has basically worked in the opposite direction. The first movie was a surprise hit with little to no room for a sequel. Rather than trying to expand out from that film, Bad Robot purchased a script called A Cellar and adapted the material into a Cloverfield universe. The movie barely ties into the original, but there are theories based on a brief scene at the end in which it becomes clear that extraterrestrial forces invaded the United States could line up with the otherworldly attack from the first movie. That's the only thing. It's like, so could this Godzilla line up with the aliens? Yeah.
Did they say why they're in the bunker?
Because John Goodman's like, the aliens poison the air. And at one point, someone knocks on the bunker. And she's like, let me in. And her skin is like decaying, I believe, or something.
They don't really necessarily answer everything in that movie.
The point is, it's supposed to be a thriller. You should watch it. It's based off of The Cellar. A script called The Cellar.
Yeah, I think 10 Cloverfield Lane might be the best of the
It's
three.
the best one, 100%. It's a thriller. It's interesting. It's got romance. It's got intrigue. It's got aliens.
Tanner, have you seen it?
I have seen it. I've seen it twice.
Not much of romance. It's more about just like a psychological thriller.
Yes, with romance. Don't forget the romance.
Are you trying to sell Ainsley on the romance?
Yeah. I don't know if you'd watch it for any other reason.
Well, so here's the thing. I hated horror movies for so long and I had never seen one for like my entire life. And then in the fall, a couple of my friends made me watch one and I really enjoyed it. So now I'm like, well, maybe I'll like horror movies.
I mean, these aren't really horror movies necessarily.
Or like thrillers.
Yeah.
That's all one genre to me.
I remember there's this one scary movie that I had the same experience. I didn't like them, and then freshman year, my friends introduced me to it. What was it called?
The Exorcist.
No, it wasn't. It was like a same thing. It was like a
Ghostbusters. Animal House.
No, those are like critically acclaimed movies. This one was like it had almost like a snuff film type thing, where this guy would kill for fun, and okay. But basically, it was the same thing, except instead of coming around and being like, maybe I like horror movies, I'm like, no, I don't
Scream?
like them. No, if you give me a second, I'll read it, or I'll look it up. But yeah, so my experience has been the opposite. I tried one based off freshman year, and then I was like, no, I don't want to watch it anymore. They're too scary. Wolf, scary movie stuff. Film.
Have you seen The Platform? Or seen ads for it? I watched it on Netflix.
It's called Creep.
I've seen ads for it. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
It's the movie Creep.
It's surprisingly good.
They made a second one. They made a second movie. Creep in 2017. It looks like. Here's a trailer for the. It was filmed in Georgia.
A lot of movies are filmed in Georgia. Okay.
Creep.
Well, I think we'll end the episode here. Anything else you guys want to mention before we?
Go watch Creep. It was the one movie that was like just kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy.
Okay.